It's Omar. It is Tuesday, May 8th, 2018, 8:06 p.m. And I want to make a quick video just talking about my quick play today, CRC, this morning. So, last night, usually I try to post my watch list usually the night before with, sometimes I'll post some analysis, sometimes I don't. But this morning, if you go to my, this is my page. Let me see. This is my Twitter. Sorry about this. I don't know why it's why is it? There it goes. It's just slow. All right. So, okay. So this morning, I told you guys. Let me just scrolling down to what I passed it. All right, this morning about, and I think I posted this here it is, 13 hours ago. So this was about, I don't know, I want to say about 7 a.m. maybe 6:40. Here's what I have on watch today. A lot of opportunity. CRC, I want to see if it's ready for a red day. Would love to short a resistance rejection, and here due for profit taking, but if it could break and hold 748, should continue higher. And then be careful if you play BL and K on support and resistance. All right, so why was I primed into a short into resistance rejection? This is simple. Wait until you see how simple this is. So here's the daily chart, right? 1 year. The stock has been on this upward trend, right? I mean, it's just been on a tear, right? Now, right, it had this big green day, okay, 2 days ago, right? And yesterday, look at the body of the candle. You see how it was closed, like it's closed green, but if you see, the bears are in control of this almost, or about to be pushed in control. So let's look at the chart, 5-day, 1 minute. So, right, this was on today's Tuesday, so this was Friday, right? Had this crazy run from 27 to 33, right? And then yesterday, look, it gapped up, right? It kind of like, got near the previous day's high, couldn't get there, and then watch, it closed, guys. Look at this, it closed near red. All right, it didn't close red, but it was close to it. So the logic I had was, all right, so then in the morning, more than likely, it's gonna pull back, spike, and then kind of get rejected into resistance, and then I'll take a short based off that. That's all it is. And the only reason why I was thinking that was, again, because when I looked at the daily candle, I saw this. Okay, it didn't close strong, right? It didn't close holding its highs, right? It closed weak. It closed weak. All right, it closed weak, and because of that, that's why I assumed that today it was gonna wash. That's all it was, guys. And look what happened. So, right, market opens, right? Market opens, and this first candle. Now I map my support and resistance lines. You guys know I always map my support and resistance lines, and as you can see, I map my overhead resistance. This was, now obviously all this is overhead resistance, but this was a support. There was clear support here, consolidation. So what happens? Market opens, stock gaps down, that 1 minute candle, you got the spike, right? And look what happens. It can't hold this consolidation level of 3203. All right, and it's actually, if to be technical, 32. If you notice, let me zoom in even more. If you notice, right, look at where it was. It's 3204 right here, 3205, 3204. So 3204, even though I put 3203, 3204 is really like the key overhead resistance level, right? And look what happens. You can't hold it. You see the rejection, and it's tanks. So right in this candle, right in here, once it broke below, and I'm using E-Trade now when I'm doing this. Unfortunately, I don't have access to this, but I get the alerts on my phone, and I just went short. I just took it short right into this candle. I got executed at like I think it was like at 32 some shares here at 32.01, and then like the rest of my shares right in here. So it was like an average, I think, of like, I want to say like 32, I'm sorry, 31, I think it was like 31.94, something like that, 31.93. And I just wrote this down, you know, I just wrote this down short, and that was pretty much it. You know, I just wrote this all the way down because it basically, it blew. As you see, this is a bear flag forming, and this is another bear flag forming. So these are bear flags. So I knew that the price was going to keep dropping. And, you know, you're just seeing that the bidders are dropping their price. The ask is dropping, and it's just tanking. So I just literally rode this all the way down. Now, the problem with me is that I'm not even supposed to be trading. So, like, I'm, like, looking around. I'm putting it on the screen, putting it up the screen, minimizing it. I mean, it's very, very stressful. And I just wrote this down. And in this candle, I knew that, you know, this was a reversal was taking place. And, you know, once it broke above here, I covered right in here. I covered right into this spike. So, you know, it was a nice trade. I took a 2,000 share position, so did very, very well. And, you know, obviously, you know, I could have went in and look, if you notice, look at this, you know, these previous support levels are acting as resistance. So you could have, you know, took a short here and then took a short here. Look, couldn't break through it, you know, and this is all it is. It's just support. Previous support levels are now acting as resistance. You see, that's all it is. So if I zoom out so you can see it a little easier, that's all it is. These are previous consolidation levels that I mapped as support, now are acting as resistance. And you could have went short again, you know, right in here. Okay, and then it kind of consolidated, and, you know, and then all the shorts just covered, and then it just caused a spike, and then dip buyers go in and they drive the price of the stock up. But look, it got back above, right, that previous day's resistance level, couldn't hold it, and you could have, you know, reshort it. Now, it doesn't seem like much, guys, but once you have an account with some size in it and you get the leverage, all you got to do is take 1,000 share positions on these stocks, man, and you're getting, like, let's say you would have went short here, right, at the break below 32.47 because you knew that was a previous support level now acting as resistance. So let's say you get executed, I don't know, let's say 32.45, and you ride this down, right? So you see the gap up, and you see it can't. Now this is acting as resistance. You see how it can't break this? You see this support level is now acting as resistance. So you stay in, and then you see this candle come in, this doji, which is telling you the reversal, and you cover. So if you got in, let's say at 32.45, and you cover, let's say here at 31.90, all right? So that's like what, 60 cents? 1,000 shares, that's $600. You can be scalping this both ways. You don't know, you guys don't understand. I make sometimes $8,000-9,000 in a day, taking 1,000 share positions, just buying dips and shorting. But mostly I short. Mostly I just short. And you see how all these people on Twitter were getting demolished by trading. And I put it on my watch list, but I told everybody to be careful trading what was the name of that ticker? BLNK, right? I mean, a lot of people got crushed trading BLNK. You know, and I had this mapped, you know, my support and resistance levels mapped from the previous day. And, you know, for me, you know, the only way I'm touching this, if I was going to touch this, was to short a breakdown of a key resistance level. You know, this would have been the safest play, but, you know, you got to find the shares to short. Stay away from this shit, guys. I mean, it's just so volatile. I mean, yeah, you know, you could have bought the dip somewhere in here. You know, you see the consolidation and the rip and the move up, but you gotta be careful. I mean, it's just so crowded, and, you know, it's up. And I'm gonna put on the watch list tomorrow because, you know, it's probably gonna, shorts are probably gonna get squeezed tomorrow, and, you know, you can potentially buy a dip. Just gotta be careful, guys, because these things are so volatile. They move so fast, and you can lose a lot of money. So, you know, so you're gonna say, Omar, so what do I do? What am I looking for? Okay, so you're either looking for stocks to hold their high, that'll hold their highs because you're looking to buy a breakout if it holds, you know, if it buys the break above and holds, or if the market opens and it tanks, you're looking like to dip by a key support level. Like, so for example, this right here, because this was today's high, which tomorrow will be yesterday, you would look to see, like, is it gonna, if it pulls back tomorrow, because maybe this keeps running tomorrow, if it holds, then you buy this dip, risking that 620, because that's a key level, you know, like stuff like that, you know, buy dips, you know, for stocks that hold their highs, or buy breakouts. That's what I do when I'm looking at stocks that hold their highs, or I'm looking at stocks like this, like a stock like GoGo, which completely tanked. All right, and what I'm looking to do is, and I already kind of saw this earlier, is I'm looking to see, all right, tomorrow, and let me put a bigger time frame so you can see it a little easier. I'm looking to see it gap up and get rejected into one of these levels, so I can take a short risking off one of these levels. Like, for example, this key level right here, this is what, 609, so this needs to be 609, you know, and I'll post my watch list later. But this is a stock that, for me, this is the stocks that I love to play. Like, I want to see it spike, shorts cover, spike, and then take a short risking one of these rejection levels. So more than likely, I would love to see it get here, because this is such a critical, because look how it just tanked here, and this is where it had that first big bounce, and this is where it has a lot of volume, so it's going to need a lot of volume to break above it. But I would love to see it spike, get rejected here, and then take a short risking this. And I do that same play over and over and over again. That's what I do, guys, and I make a lot of money doing that, you know, and I'm telling you about these stocks, right? So there's a lot of traders on you know, on Twitter that I follow too, like Mad Ass and Alex, that's Investors Underground. They post, and Steven Duggs, and they post these big P&Ls, but that's like for bragging. They're not teaching you shit. They're not posting a YouTube channel. They'll tell you, some of them tells you what they have on watch, but they don't tell you like what I'm telling you. Like, I'm giving you like real analysis, you know, but they don't even tell you what their plan is. I'm giving you gold here, guys, you know. So I hope that makes sense. So, you know, as you go through your watch list, look for stocks, look how the candle closed. Like this candle at the end, look at the tail. It looked like the bulls won at the end. It got the volume and it's up. So we'll see. But it's so overextended that these stocks I love, because when you catch the backside, if you can find shares too short, you make a ton of money swinging the short. Like AMDA is going to be on the watch list tomorrow. We'll look to see. Like tomorrow, to me, a key dip buy would be this. If it got back down to 293 and held, you know, because look, you see, this is the low, and this is like sort of where the breakout level was, 295. So in that level, if it tanked, I would look to see to buy the dip there and then buy a bounce, you know, because, you know, if it can't break the high. So, you know, obviously if it breaks the high, you want to see it pull back, test, you know, hold it. You want to see resistance become support, and then take the buy. And that's what I do. And then like stocks like this, HTZ, like I love to play these a whole lot more, where I'm looking for it to spike, and then look at this key. Look at this, 2.6 million shares. So you know how much volume is going to need to break that tomorrow? It's probably not going to be able to do it. You're probably going to see a spike where shorts are going to cover. It's going to get to this area. It's going to get rejected and keep tanking. And you just take a short risking there. That's what I do, guys. It's that simple. It's that simple. Your gurus, you know, make you buy all these DVDs and all this shit, and you're still confused. You know, you don't know what to buy. Like, look, this is another key consolidation. So let's say it broke this and kept running. If it touched 1975 and couldn't hold it, guess what? I'm short and risking that, because it's consolidation here. That's all. That's all you do, guys. You don't need all these stupid indicators that they have you guys doing. I mean, it's just crazy to me. These, you know, I feel bad for a lot of you kids, because they're taking advantage of you. You know, I saw a guru today. I'm not gonna say his name. He posted a video talking about you could figure out scanners, and he's just blatantly lying to you. You know, just like it's a shame, and all these kids just be buying into it. You know, it's really, really sad. Look, OLED. Look at this. This was a stock that, you know, was down a lot, you know, yesterday. And I'll end with this. This is the reason why it's on my watch list, because it had this crazy tank from 105 to 94. Right? It's not gonna get back to 105. I mean, the odds are minimal. So look what happens, guys. Now, in theory, you could buy the break above a key resistance level, risking that if you wanted to. But let's say, like me, you're looking for that short, you know. For me, that $100 is a whole number. It's a psychological resistance barrier. And, you know, for me, I'm looking at the 1 minute time frame when I'm doing this. But on the 1 minute time frame, you know, it doesn't have a lot of shares, but you don't need 500 shares. Could make you points. Look, $100 here. Look how it gaps up. Goes down, right? Finds a support here, get the spike, the lower high, showing weakness, and you could have shorted right here, risking that $100. And look at this, you could have got 1, 2, 3 points. Now on 100 shares, that's $300. Now when you got a bigger size account like me, I take 1,000 shares and I make 3 grand, and nobody's even paying attention to this. And these are the stocks I play. These are the stocks that nobody puts on their watch list, guys. My strategy is simple and it's highly profitable, you know, and it's very low risk, you know. Even 500 shares. 500 shares would have made you $1,500 bucks. And you're saying, Omar, it's $100, but remember, you don't need $100,000 in your account. Your broker is going to give you 4-to-1 leverage, 3-to-1. I think like E-Trade gives you 4-to-1 leverage or 5-to-1 leverage. I forget. But brokers will give you leverage, you know. So even though you're paying 100 grand to buy the stock, you're not risking $100,000. I mean, if you're buying 1,000 shares, and let's say you're risking 100, and you short it into here, like, you know, once the break below 100, you know, if it breaks above, you can risk the higher day, which is 100.58, or you can risk literally $100, you know. So once it breaks below it, you're not risking much, you know. You're risking, you know, $100, $200 to make, you know, $1,500. It's like 15-to-1 ratio. It's crazy. So that's why I like playing the higher price stocks, because you can take little risk and you can get maximum reward. I'm telling you, I can. Me, you know, I don't, like I told you, I post the things. I don't really post P&L because it's just you get so much bullshit about it. So you know what, I think, you know, to me the real value is that I'm giving you winners. Like I'm telling you when to take a short, or you know, I'm telling you when to buy a key breakout or a short a key thing. Like OLED, you know, when I posted this, it actually pulled back. It continued up higher, but right when I posted it in this level, this 99, what was this, 99.19, you know, it actually when I posted this was right around here, and look what happened. It actually did pull back. It went from that 99 high of 99.40. It came down all the way to 98.21 before then it ripped. So had you taken a short when I told you, you know, that's what almost a full point. You know, on 1,000 shares, that's a quick $1,000. I'm just trying to show you guys game. I know you guys, you know, Tim Sykes is the most popular one, so everybody thinks, oh, it's all about penny stocks, and then you watch Warrior Trading and you think, oh, I'm telling you, man, it's just that's just the way they market themselves. But there's a lot more money in these higher price stocks where you get a lot more points and a lot less risk. I'm just showing you. I do both. Don't get me wrong, man. I'll be short. Look, EBIO, I told you guys yesterday that this was due for a wash. Look what happened today. Look what happened. Short into resistance. So, right, the stock is starting to show weakness because it's so freaking overextended, right? And I tell you, when you catch the backside, you can get a lot of, you know, you get a lot of opportunity, right? So look what happened today, right? So this is overhead resistance. Look at the consolidation level here, right? Market opens, look what happens. Stock spikes. Look, it can't even break here. There's a resistance right here. And you could have risked the overhead resistance here of 309. And look, just tanked all day. Just telling you, man, I'm just trying to give you, shorting to me is the edge. That's my personal opinion, but you know, do what works for you. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. I'll post my watch list later. Like, subscribe, share. I'm on YouTube, watchotrade, Twitter, on Twitter, watchotrade, and I hope you found this helpful. Leave me comments and you know, let me know what you think. All right, have a good evening, guys.